guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a ton of next-gen diecast, and then a little bit more exciting stuff at the end. So, let's take a look at the Gold Series cars first. First up here on the top of the pile, I got Kyle Busch's 2022 M&M's Toyota Camry. I got this released in the mail about a few weeks ago from CircleBdiecast.com. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Definitely an iconic paint scheme. Sad to see them leaving after this year. As we all know now, Kyle Busch will be driving the 8 car for RCR next year, so at least he found somewhere to go, but definitely a bit of a downgrade from the 18 car. I mean, I'd say the 8 car is pretty good, but yeah. So let's put this back here. Let's take a look at this next one. Brad Keselowski's Fast and All car. You can see there's a little paint bubble right there. And that's not, I got paint all over my hands, if you guys realize. There's paint there from a custom I did. That's brown paint from, wait, actually, where is that car? Okay, so, explanation of the brown paint real quick. This car, when I bought it like this, it had, like, nail polish remover spilled all over it, so I tried to touch up parts of the brown paint, and it got under my nail, and I couldn't get it out, and now it looks like I'm just a pig with crap under my nails. But nope, it's brown paint from this. You can see I tried to touch up the number there, and I painted this part. So I tried to touch up the green here and whatnot, but I think I might just have to make a custom out of this. I think this car is too far gone to fix. I mean, the other side, though, it's perfect. This side, we don't talk about that. Anyways, Brad Keselowski's Fast and All car. So you can see with my yellow paint finger, with the yellow paint caked on it, we can use that finger to point there. Oh god, that was a very bright glare. You can see the light bubble there, or not a light bubble, a paint bubble, a decal bubble. I tried to push it down as much as I could. I popped it with a little, like, clothespin thing, so I just tried to, like, push it down, but overall, this is a pretty good diecast. A really, really good looking paint scheme. Glad that I got this paint scheme. So yeah. And speaking of Brad Keselowski, we got another car. That's going to be his Castrol car. Now, these are sort of similar paint schemes, because you can see, like, the design here, and, like, those, like, streaks back there are very similar on both schemes, but they are different. I really do like the Castrol car. Although the 6 is, like, way smaller than this one on the roof. It just feels a little weird. They did really good with the chrome numbers on both of them. Although chrome numbers are going to be more expensive from now on, so that's kind of dumb, but I'm not really complaining. This car looks very great, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection. A really nice looking Castrol car. Only my second Castrol car. The other one I have is, I was almost going to say Greg Biffle. No, Ryan Newman's Castrol car from 2020. It's on my shelf over there right next to me, but I can't really reach it from here, so I'm not going to get up to show it. But, yep. So those are the two RFK cars I have. Now let's take a look at another Ford. That's going to be Todd Gilliland's FirstPhaseCar.com Ford. Now, this, I think, is going to end up being a rare car. This is a very, very anticipated paint scheme. And it looks really, really nice. I haven't got a chance to take it out of the box yet and look at it. As you can see, like, the box is still in pristine condition. I have got a chance to take Castrol one out of the box. You can see it's kind of creased there, but I've taken most of these out of the box, at least to peek at them. So, yeah, this is a pretty good release. I really like this paint scheme, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection. And speaking of Fords, we're going to continue on the Ford bandwagon. Kevin Harvick's Gear Wrench 2022 car. We'll see this car again later in the video. You guys might know what I'm getting at, but, yeah. So, this is his number 4 Gear Wrench car. Now, this was also released in Wave 3 of NASCAR Authentics. So, if you aren't able to get it in Gold Series, you can also get it at the retail stores. They're pretty much the same release, just with the white interior, obviously, on the other one. Although the earlier Authentics cars for the 2022 cars, they did actually have the white bases on them for, like, the test car wave. They actually did have white bases, but with the newer releases, like this one that I'll just show you real quick here. This is an Authentics car. And by the way, Lionel, what is that? They do have the black bases now, and so these, aside from the window banners not being on there, this is almost the most realistic version of the car you can get. It's got the white interior, which the interiors on the real cars are white. All we're missing is a black dashboard and name banners on it, and then it would be very, very realistic. So I do like the black bases on the Authentics cars, as opposed to the white bases that used to be on Authentics for years. Finally, something a little bit more realistic. Next up, again, another Ford. This one's going to be Chase Briscoe's Mahindra Tractor's car. This is a very, very cool car. I wasn't able to pick this up when I went to Nashville or Michigan because it was just not in stock. And none of the third-party vendors I went to had any. None of the haulers had any. Obviously, that would only be the Stewart Haas hauler that would have it in stock. But the Stewart Haas hauler didn't have any either. So this is actually the only one of this one I have. Most of my other next gens I got at the haulers and stuff, the tracks, I do have duplicates of. And I say most because some of them I don't, like the Joey Logano AAA, or either the Harvick's, excluding the gear wrench, because obviously I do have a double of the gear wrench because I have the Wave 3 version, which you'll see later in the video, but most of those I do have duplicates of, and I actually just realized, looking at my shelf, that I forgot to grab a car down for this video, so let me just pull it down real quick. Let's just show it right now since it is another Ford. This is Joey Logano's Shell Pennzoil car. Definitely a different design from the more classic Shell Pennzoil design we're used to. I know this is kind of a bit of an older car here, but it's the only one I had, like, within my reach. So, yeah, you can see this is the design that they used for years, but they kind of came to this newer design. It's not a terrible design, but I think I saw a render on Reddit or something where somebody put the scallops that usually go like this going from the back of the car to the front, and it actually looked really, really cool, and honestly wished that they would have done something like that. But honestly, this is a really cool car, and for anyone who does like a stop motion series or just simply wants to get a car for every driver in the series, I would rather get this one than the AAA insurance one, because I just think this is a more iconic look, and yeah. Next up, we got another Ford. This one's going to be Austin Cindric's Auto Trader car. This is his 2022 Auto Trader. Obviously, these are all next gens. But, yeah. I keep, like, wanting to hiccup. That's why I keep, like, sounding weird, but, like holding it in. So, like, yeah, you could kind of see, like, the faint orange A in the Auto Trader logo, like, behind there. This is a pretty nice paint scheme, obviously, pretty different from the Auto Trader cars we're used to in the last couple of years, but overall, it's a really nice design, and I don't think it's too bad. If you want an Auto Trader car, or if you just like the color orange, I definitely recommend getting this car. So, yeah, it's not bad at all, and I recommend it, so, yeah. Make sure to get that at Circle Bid Diecast. Use code ZNC Reviews for $5 off shipping. Orders $30 or more. We don't have any Fords left to take a look at, so let's take a look at some Toyotas. Next up, we have Bubba Wallace's McDonald's car. Now, you can see I did take it off the base. This is actually in a Gen 6 blister. It actually does fit pretty well in the Gen 6 blisters. It doesn't look pretty different. It doesn't look that different from the next-gen cars in their blister. So, yeah. The next-gen cars actually fit fine in a Gen 6 blister, which I was actually surprised about. I didn't really expect it to fit, but, it's in there pretty snug, so, yeah. It fit pretty good in the Gen 6 blisters, so, actually, weird story. I'll try to put a picture on the screen if I can find the picture. I know I did take a picture, but I might not be able to find it, but the glue on the bottom of the base, like the plastic base that come on, like, it was like a base like this. You can see, like, the old kind of glue, you had to, like, chip it out. But the new kind of glue they use is kind of like hot glue. It just kind of, like, pops out. It did that for my Kevin Harvick car. And the McDonald's cars are on a base, if you didn't know. McDonald's requested that because they didn't want kids playing with it because it had small parts on it. But, I don't know, just something McDonald's requested. But the glue actually had already melted off from being in the hot mailbox. And so when I took the car out of the blister, the glue that was on this base was still stuck to the blister. It was really weird, and I can't explain why. It was just a really weird occurrence. I don't really think it happened that much anymore. I just don't think that's something that usually happens. I just think it was probably like a kind of rare occurrence. But, yeah. So this is Truex's 2022 car. It's pretty similar to his 2021 release. You know, nothing too different. Obviously, just the number is moved over. But, again, if you're a fan of the color orange, or if you like the Bass Pro Shops paint schemes, definitely get this car because it's a really nice looking car. And if you want a Martin Truex Jr. car right now, I think it's only one of two that are released so far. I think Auto Trader won. No, not Auto Trader. Jesus, I'm blanking out. It's, looking at my shelf to get the Auto Owners, not Auto Trader. Kind of, this sounds similar enough. Next up, we got another Toyota. This is going to be Kyle Busch's 2022 Interstate Batteries car. As you guys know, I made a custom of this way back. I don't actually have the custom anymore because I made a bunch of new customs that I might be showing in a video sometime soon. I already filmed the video, but I'm going to redo it because I got a lot more stuff to add to it, but I might give a sneak peek at one or two of them. But yeah, so I did actually make a custom of this a while back when they announced it, but the one I made did not have the red number on the top because when they originally announced this paint scheme, the red number wasn't on top, and I believe they only added it because a bunch of people were talking about how they wanted red numbers on it, so Joe Gibbs listened and put a red number on top. So yeah, this is a really nice paint scheme, and I really, really recommend this car because it just looks amazing. So yeah, if you don't even like Kyle Busch, I'd still recommend getting this because it's a very nice paint scheme. Now we're gonna take a look at Eric Jones's U.S. Air Force car. Now this is actually designed by a member of the U.S. Air Force, so that is pretty cool. It looks really awesome. You can see the chrome wheels in there. Actually, this one is like kind of messed up. You can see the chrome kind of got up on the wheels there. But other than that, the chrome wheels on the next gens have been looking pretty good. Unfortunately, this Cole Custer here just has black ones, but you can see they are a different mold than the wheels we've been seeing for a long time. It's the previous mold we've been seeing. You can see it is different with the single lug nut wheels now, so that is cool. So yeah, this is what they look like, but a lot of times they are going to be chrome. A lot of them are actually chrome this year. I know Penske, they're doing chrome, and then, like, I think Hendrick, they're doing, like, gunmetal gray. So that looks pretty good. And speaking of Hendrick Motorsports, and, yeah, this is the piece of glue that was stuck to the blister. See, it just popped off, like I didn't have to chip it off. I just found it on my desk. So yeah, that was the glue that was stuck to the bottom of the blister. But speaking of Hendrick Motorsports, I would like to thank Circle B Diecast for sending me this car for free, because I ordered this car and they accidentally sent me this one instead, and they were kind enough to let me keep this car and still send me the one I ordered. So thank you to Circle B Diecast for basically sending me a free car, and yeah, so some free advertisement for Circle B Diecast. So yeah, although they did mess up, they did let me keep it, so I'm very thankful for that because I didn't already have this car and I wasn't planning on buying it. So, because I just wanted the main paint scheme. Like, I might have gotten this in the future if I saw it at, like, one of those third-party vendors, but at the time, I hadn't pre-ordered it yet. So, thanks to Circle B Diecast, I now have it in my collection. Now, this William Byron car, you can see kind of a darker red under there. Now, funny story, I might have taken a picture of it when it was bad, but I don't think I did. It actually was a similar pink color to this Chase Elliott. The decal had folded over, and it looked like a very similar pink color. And I was able to scrape it off with, like, a paper clip, and the logo underneath still stayed intact. So I was pretty happy about that I didn't have to ruin it while scraping it off. So yeah, and again, thanks to Circle B Diecast for basically sending me that car for free. So yeah, now that I've showed you all my Gold Series cars, we got a lot to look at in Authentics. I've got a ton of more authentic stuff that we just gotta take a look at. So first off, let's take a look at a few Wave 2 cars that I got. This one is Kevin Harvick's 2022 Gear Wrench car. I already showed you this one in the Gold Series. Now, this one actually looks to be a bit of a different orange color than the one in the Gold Series. Let's let's see. Yeah, this one seems to be like a little bit of a brighter orange. And I think this one might be more accurate. So yeah, they do look a little bit different, but at the end of the day, they are pretty much the same. So yeah, I actually found this one in the store. One of the few next gen cars I was able to find in the store. I only got, let's see, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only found 6 next gens in stores since last time I made a video on the next gens. And that includes this, Coal Custer, because I did get 2 of these Coal Custers. And I pulled the other one out for the video. It's right here. So yeah, I did get 2 of them. I decided to take this one out of the package because this one was on a better card, and the card inside looked better, so I will be turning this one into a custom once I get more decal paper. I did run out of decal paper, and yes, I said decal paper. I'm not using paper for my customs anymore, and you guys will see the power of decal paper. Maybe later in the video, I might decide to pull a custom out and show you. I'll actually pull one out and show you right now. I'll pull out the BJ McLeod custom I made. Just, this is one, it'll be a sneak peek. This was my Michael McDowell custom, so I am going to fix up the back banner, but for now, this is what it looks like. The decal paper looks really clean. So yeah, really nice looking custom there, but, so I also got the Daniel Suarez Trackhouse Racing test car. Now, weirdly enough, even though these both came in the same wave, this one says Daniel Suarez on it. And this one says test car. I think that's mainly because Willie Byron and Kyle Larson both drove it at the test. And so they didn't want to put Kyle Larson's name on it, even though Willie and Byron drove it too. So that's probably why they did that. But I do find it a little weird that, again, this one has Cole Custer's name on it. And this one says Daniel Suarez. Well, the other one in the wave says test car. Now, I don't have the number 9 test car yet. I'm hoping to get that soon, but who knows when I'll be able to get that. So, yeah, those were the 4 test cars I got. I also got the 5. I think I showed that already, but yeah. So, those were the 4 test cars I got. Actually, one of them was a real paint scheme, that Harvick, but, now we're going to kick it into high gear with the entirety of Wave 3. So, first off, let's take a look at Chase Elliott's Hooters car, designed by Lefty, and he did a very good job designing this car, but, yeah, this is going to be a rant right here. Lionel Racing. What did they do to this car? This car looks nothing like the Gold Series release. It couldn't be more different from the Gold Series release. I just don't... Oh my... Look at the decals on this one. And the A-Shock logo's up here, not down here. I don't know. Like, this isn't even how the car ran. The car ran like this. And the Napa logo on the deck lid's not even the same. And it's not just mine that is like this. All of them are like this. And you can't even make customs out of them because when you put paint stripper on there, it doesn't strip. It strips the paint, but not the decals. The decals have some special thing in them that makes it so you can't strip paint off of them. Yeah, and I'll be making an announcement at the end of the video because I do have something cool that I'm going to be able to show you guys. It's a virtual collection thing on Lionel Garage. I'll give you more information, and I'll put the link below so that you guys can view my collection. So I'll show that at the end of the video. But, so, yeah, I just don't get this. I mean, at least it has the vent there. None of the Gold Series cars don't have that. I'm just speechless. It's so bad. Like, the logos are different. There's a Chevy logo on the front. The car didn't even run like that. And I wish I could say it was just mine that was like this. I wish I could say that. But I can't because it's not just mine. Yeah. But yeah, that's the first car I'm going to show. Chase Elliott's Hooters car from Wave 3. And we're not done with the ranting because there were 2 more cars in the wave like that. Arguably, the best 3 cars in the wave, the 3 best cars in the wave, were plagued with crap decals. So thank you, Lionel Racing, for not caring about your fans. Let's take a look at this Kyle Larson car here. And for some reason, Kyle Larson Gold Series cars, mine came with this additional end label thing, but this one, at least it doesn't have that Chevy logo there. At least it doesn't have that. And you know, at least all the logos are in the right place, and I think this one is a little bit better quality than the Elliott. Though you can see the decals, they're very, very grainy. It's just, what are you guys doing, Lionel? I swear to God, if the entirety of Wave 4 has decals like this, I'm going to lose it, and I will make a video ranting about it. I will. Oh my God, it's so bad. Again, it's not just mine, it's all of them look like this. So that's Kyle Larson's Wave 3 HendrickCars.com car, and again, it has the vent, which is weird. I don't think, yeah, none of the other cars in the wave have the vent. These cars must have been prototypes. Like, they must have been the prototypes, and Lionel must have just said make them. Lionel must have told them to just make. They were, to be complete, I don't even know if these were, they couldn't have been prototypes, because then the rest of them would have been, I don't even know. They're just like, this is not, no. Kevin Harvick's Stunt Brother Pizza car, you know. It's a very nice looking car in the Gold Series. Oh my God, what the heck? Why does the green look like that, Lionel? It doesn't even look like it's the same shapes as on the Gold Series car. The only thing I can praise them for in this car is that the actual shape of the white actually fits the hood a little bit better than this one does. And even then, neither of them had hood vents. Neither of them have hood vents. Why? Hood vents aren't to be seen on either version, so that's something I can make fun of them for. Yeah, the green looks terrible, and the decals are very grainy. The Pristine Auction logo and the Hunt Brothers Pizza logo on the back there are legit unreadable. And the Subway logo just looks like a huge blob. And that NASCAR logo looks like someone took a Sharpie and just put 2 black lines there. It does. It's not even readable. The Goodyear logo looks terrible. Kevin Harvick's name is illegible. You can't read it. Yeah, this is just not good. The only thing I can praise about this is the box and the sticker. Yeah, I bought this for the box and the sticker. I didn't even buy it for the car. I just knocked cars behind my desk. I'll get it when I'm done recording. But yeah, this is bad. These were the 3 worst releases of the year so far, like in Gold Series or anything. But one thing I can praise Lionel for is the rest of Wave 3. They included a bunch of good cars in the rest of Wave 3. And this car looks really good. This is Ryan Blaney's Libman car. Now, this car was also available in the Gold Series. And all of the cars that were available in Wave 3 were also available in the Gold Series. And I actually have every one of them in the Gold Series already. So I probably won't be getting doubles to open other than the Elliott and the Larson, because I do want to get a double of those to open to, again, use for a rant video. But yeah, this looks pretty good. It's identical to the Gold Series release except for the black interior, and I just knocked 2 more cars behind my desk by accident. But yeah, the chrome wheels look really nice. That's one thing I can praise them for on this release. Let's see. Yeah, I know someone did get one that had like Gen 6 tires on the back. I don't know how Lionel managed to do it, but it's Lionel, so, you know, anything can happen. But, yeah, this is a really, really good release. And if you're just a fan of NASCAR and you don't really like getting cars in the Gold Series, because I know a lot of people get the cars in the Authentics instead of the Gold Series. And, you know, I'm not gonna you know, say that that's bad. I personally do prefer the Gold Series cars. I like the little boxes to put on my big shelf over there. Now you can see it's a little bit empty because I took a lot of them down for this video, but I do like having that big shelf to put my little boxes in. But I do also like having these to hang on the wall with the rest of my Authentics that are up there. I'll probably hang these up because I just got these today. Now, my grandpa actually found these at a store. Not sure which store he found them at. I wasn't able to find them myself, so my grandpa was actually able to find these, and that was pretty cool. So thank you to him for getting these for me. But that is the Ryan Blaney and Alex Bowman's Ally car. This is another pretty good release, although the color is a little bit off, but I do believe I heard somewhere that this is actually Hendrick Motorsports' fault. They sent Lionel the wrong art, and the car was actually originally supposed to be this kind of cream white color, but so it's not Lionel's fault as far as I know that this car is like this, although it would be nice if they could do a rerun of it with the correct color, but I don't really think it looks too weird. The only thing that kind of throws me off is you got the creamy white color up here for the design here, but then the numbers in like full-blown white, so it does look a little bit weird like that. But other than that, this release is pretty good, and it looks pretty nice. It's gonna look great on my wall. Now let's take a look at Kyle Busch's M&M's car. Now this is pretty similar to the Gold Series release, if not the same. Let's take a look at them side by side. They do look pretty much the same, so yeah, again, if you're just a casual fan and you just want to go to the store and pick one of these up real quick, just because you like the paint scheme, do it. Because you don't necessarily need to get this in the Gold Series if you find one of these in the store, because they are pretty much the same. The only three you really would need to get in the Gold Series, in my opinion, are the Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and the Hunters Pizza car. So yeah, this is another solid release from this wave. Although the gold color is actually, the gold color is brighter on this one. So depending on what you prefer, if you want the brighter color, then I guess get it in the Gold Series. But I think if you want brighter color, get it in Authentics. I don't know which one's accurate. I'm pretty sure the Authentics is actually more accurate, which can't really say that much. So good on Lionel for correcting it in Authentics, because I'm sure the Authentics one was probably made after the Gold Series one was. So good on Lionel for correcting that, if they did, or maybe it's just a lucky mistake. But next up, we're going to take a look at Christopher Bell's DeWalt car. Now, at first glance, this car might look fine. It might look like a pretty good release. But when you compare it to the Gold Series release, you're going to find a problem with it. It's not nearly as bad as the William Byron. It's not nearly as bad as the Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott or Kevin Harvick cars from the wave. But it's still bad. You can see this car does not feature the chrome numbers that come with the Gold Series card. Now, this is mainly because Lionel claims that it costs more to make the chrome numbers. And so they said the chrome numbers is going to be exclusive to the Gold Series. And so if you want that chrome number, those chrome number cars, you're going to want to get it in the Gold Series. But I think other than that, this is a really solid release. Everything else is pretty accurate on it, just the chrome numbers, which isn't really a big deal to me. When this is hanging on my wall, or when it's hanging on anyone's wall for that matter, I don't really think you're going to notice. Yeah, I just don't think you're going to notice when it's hanging on the wall. You're going to see it from afar. You're not going to notice that the chrome numbers aren't there. And even if you take it out of the package and put it on a shelf, you're still not going to notice. And even if if it's for your kid to play with them, obviously, I don't really think your kid's going to care about the chrome numbers. So overall, it's not really that big of a deal for me. But if you are a hardcore collector and you just want to get one of each paint scheme, you don't really care if it's on Authentics or Gold Series, I would prefer the Gold Series if I were you. So that's really my only gripe about this release. But other than that, solid release, and Lionel did a really good job on it. So none of the Authentics releases this year will have the chrome numbers, so that's just something to note. And next up, we got the William Byron Exalta car. Again, this is pretty much the exact same as his Gold Series car. You can see those gunmetal gray rims. They look pretty nice. Yeah. Is that a hair? Is that inside the box? Okay, no, it's not. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, a pretty solid release. It looks really nice. There's nothing I can complain about this car. It looks really accurate, and I'm actually kind of surprised that they released this version and the test car version. I'm not going to be able to show the test car version because it is hanging on my wall. It's hanging over there. You can kind of see it. It's going to be a little blurry, but there it is. So, yeah. Let's zoom out here. So this video is already getting to be really long, but it's okay, because I know you guys like these kind of videos. And next up, we got two really, really rare cars. First up, we got Jamie McMurray's 2012 McDonald's car. Now, that was my fault. I did this to the box. The blister was coming off the back, and I didn't want to take it out of the package, so I used a hair straightener to kind of put the plastic back on the back. It worked pretty well, but the parchment paper, I forgot to use parchment paper at the start, so that's why it happened, but I put parchment paper on there after, and was able to spare any further damage to the box, so that was my fault. But my grandpa found these cars for $2 a piece at a estate sale, so again, thanks to my grandpa for getting me this. And yes, this is a NASCAR Authentics release. Spin Master used to own the NASCAR Authentics license, so if you see any NASCAR boxes that say Spin Master on them, that means that they are probably pretty rare, because almost all Spin Master cars are pretty rare. So that's actually a really cool release. And we got another Spin Master release from the COT days. This is going to be Kurt Busch's 2011 Pennzoil car. Now, this car is extremely rare in the Lionel Gold Series, and the same goes for the Spin Master version. Now, the Spin Master version might even be more rare than the Gold Series version, so I'm really glad to have this, and surprised that I found it. I don't remember exactly where I found this. I think I found it at like a card show. I believe that's where I found it, but yeah, a really solid release. Definitely really happy to have this in my collection. And again, we're going to be following the same trend, some older Authentics cars, and I just realized that I forgot to show this car. It was Josh Berry's Wave 3 car. It wasn't with the rest of them, so I kind of forgot to show it, but yeah, looks pretty good. I'm just going to show it briefly, because this video, like I said, is getting to be pretty long. We got some older Authentics from 2019 and 2018. Next up, we got Matt DiBenedetto's Keen Parts Throwback from 2018. This car looks amazing, and I'm so glad I was able to add this to my collection. And Harrison Burton also did a throwback to this car this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they put that in Authentics too. So, again, look out for that. So, I got this at the same place where I got the Jamie McMurray McDonald's car. Actually, I didn't get it. My grandpa did. He's the one who found it. So, again, thanks to him. And this next one is Paul Menard's Quaker State car. I don't actually have this one, so I was actually happy to get this. I'm going to clean off the package, because you can see it's a little bit grimy. But, you know, other than that, this is it's still in the package. The package is still in really good condition. Those are the cars that came in the wave, and I can say I have almost every car that came in the wave, except for, I believe, this one. Actually, I don't have a lot of these cars in this wave. I only have two. I don't know why I said I have almost every one of them. I only have two of them. So, never mind. I think I was thinking of the, of cars I'll be showing right after this. So that was Paul Menard's car. Next, let's take a look at this William Byron Hertz car. I do have this one out of the package. You guys probably remember seeing it in one of my older videos, but this is the first time you guys are going to be seeing it in the package. Now, I do have every car in this wave, except for the Ryan Blaney, the Martin Truex Jr. Again, I keep thinking I have almost every car in the wave. No, I only have one of them. Well, two of them if you want to count Gold Series releases, but actually, no, I have the Harvick. Okay, so I have two of them, but yeah. Hertz car. Okay, so the next one, okay, still no. Which one am I thinking of having most of them in the wave? Oh, yeah, it's the next one, okay. So, yeah. The next one, we have Clint Bowyer's decal car. This is a pretty nice looking paint scheme. I do have this one out of the package. Now, I don't have all of these in the wave. I actually only have this one and this one, if you want to include Gold Series releases. But, actually do have this one, too. Stay tuned. And speaking of that one, I do have it. Here it is. I also got it at that same place for $2 a piece. It's a really, really nice looking paint scheme. And I'm glad to have this Michael Annett paint scheme. Kind of a more, I'm not going to say rare, but rarer looking car. Rarer car. Not looking, but it's not a rare looking car. It is a rare car. But yeah, looks pretty nice. The next one is going to be the last car, I believe, to show in this video. That's going to be Ryan Newman's Oscar Mayer Hot Dogs Patriotic car. This is a very, very nice looking paint scheme. You can see there. I do actually have most of these in this wave, and that's not a lie. I believe I have these three and that one. I might not have that one, but I think I do. So, I do have most of them in the wave, and I might have that bush. I'm not sure. But, yeah. I have most of these in the wave. And, so, yeah. We showed a pretty good amount of cars in today's video, so I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, I said I would talk to you guys about Lionel Virtual Lionel Garage. Now, the Virtual Lionel Garage is where you can register your cars and show them to people online. I registered most of my collection on there, so you could see all my 124s and a lot of my 164s, and all of my Authentics cars are on there. I'm still working on getting all the Gold Series cars on there, but I'll put a link in the community tab on my YouTube channel if you guys want to see that. So, stay tuned for that. So, yes, I did unlock the community tab. Not sure if it was a glitch or something, but I don't know. So, yeah. I'll put a link to my Lionel Garage on the community tab, and I'll also put that in the description of this video and as a pinned comment so that you guys could go check out my Lionel Garage and make sure you follow me and create your own Lionel Garage account if you haven't already so that you can show me and other people your collection. You can also trade cars on there and put them up on the Virtual Lionel Racing Marketplace if you do choose so. None of my cars are up for trade, but if you guys are really interested in one of my cars, you can message me and see, but chances are I'm probably not going to, but you know, it never hurts to ask. So, if you guys want to check out my collection on Virtual Lionel Garage, you can also do that. I'll also probably be doing a collection video soon, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, I will be doing another custom video. Now, I do have this custom right here that I'm going to flash to you guys really quickly. Like, literally, I'm going to put it on the screen and pull it out really quickly. It's a hauler, so wait, it's not a good, wait. Ooh, there you go. That's all you've seen. That's all you get to see. That's the only part of it you get to see. I will actually show you guys the cab to it. I'll give you guys the glory of seeing the cab. The cab just looks like this for now. I still need to redo the chrome on there because the chrome turned out pretty poorly. But this is the cab for the Chase Elliott hauler that I showed you guys. I did another version of the Chase Elliott hauler that actually the same hauler. I did it in paper over a rare hauler because I didn't know the hauler was rare. But I've changed, I promise. I did also use this hauler to make a custom Cole-Custer hauler, but I did actually take that apart to make an Elliott hauler because you guys know I'm an Elliott fan, so makes more sense. This blue might be a little bit of the wrong color, but I don't really think it's that different of a color than the blue we're used to on the Elliott cars. Obviously, the earlier Elliott cars, those are kind of a metallic blue, so those aren't going to match up very well, but the newer ones, including this 2021, I think the blue's similar enough to where it won't be too much of a problem. But this is the only blue spray paint I had, and I think it's similar enough of a color, and it, in my opinion, matches up with the decals on the hauler pretty well. So, yep, I'll get this thing put together. I have the windshields and everything to put it back together. This is an old Tabasco hauler. You guys might want to kill me for destroying it, but actually I did a custom over it years and years ago when I was still really little, and it was kind of already ruined. I was able to get the paint off and reveal the decals underneath, and it still looked okay, but it just wasn't good, and I decided, you know, why not make a custom out of it, because I can actually use it. It'd be something that I'd be actually wanting to display instead of something I put in a bin in my closet. So that was my thought process, and I still kind of agree with that thought. So yep, that'll probably be how it is. I'll probably keep it like that. And yeah. So that's all I'm going to show you guys for today's video. Again, make sure you go check my community tab. I'm going to be putting my Lionel Garage link in there. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.